What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in here. My name is Xavier. We're going to be talking about the Pokemon Team Challenge. I've got my friend here, Anthony. He's the TO for one of our local stores here in the Houston area, Cytex. We wanted to just kind of get together and discuss some things. We've noticed that not a lot of people have talked about this, and we want to get as much information out to people as possible, as soon as possible, because registration starts very, very soon. So we want to see if we could help people get ready to go for this and be prepared. So, first off, we're actually going to take a look at what this all is. Basically, what it is the Pokemon Team Challenge is essentially where people get together. Register at your local stores, and you basically team up, and they do each store hosts a qualifier, which we'll go into details later what those qualifiers are. And during the qualification period, you have four qualifiers at each store, and from there the winners of those qualifiers will make a team. So before we get to that point, the first thing we want to talk about is how do you compete. So players must register at your local store. Once they register at the store, they can only participate at that store. They cannot compete at any other stores in their area. So at this website here, you must register at this website starting November 27th, and you must be a player in the Master Division. Unfortunately, this is not open to seniors or juniors. Pokemon has kind of been like that, been kind of just focusing on the Masters ever since this pandemic started. So only Masters players can compete in this tournament. You must have a valid Pokemon player ID and have a Pokemon Trainer Club account linked. If you did the Players Cup 1 and Player Cups 2, you should already have this stuff pretty much set to go. So, the structure. The way it's going to work is the qualifiers are going to begin December 5th, and then they're going to end around February 28th. And the structure is going to be a Swiss and with a top cut. So you have your Swiss rounds that cut to a top cut. Basically, very similar to a League Cup. So, like if everyone has competed in a League Cup, essentially you show up at like noon and you compete. You usually play around 5 to 6 rounds, depending on how many players are there. And then top 8 cut to a top cut, and then they play a playoff bracket, finally determining the winner. The format between December 5th and February 28th is going to be Sun and Moon team up to Sword and Shield Vivid Voltage. And then the playoffs, which will begin March 20th, essentially, they start and they'll end sometime in May, and it's going to be a team versus team single elimination bracket. And the format will basically be the same thing, but if there are any new expansions that come out during that period of time, those will then be legal based off of based off the release date and time and such like that. So, qualifiers. Each store will host 4 qualifiers. Each qualifier must have a minimum of 4 players to run. The winner of each qualifier claims a spot on the team. So essentially, after you've played through your Swiss rounds, you've played through your top cut, the winner of that qualifier claims a spot. Next up on the list is winners of qualifiers now cannot compete in any more qualifiers for the remainder of that period. So back when we talked about from December 5th to February 28th, once you win a qualifier, you no longer can compete anymore in the qualifier period because you have claimed a spot on the team. And basically, Pokemon's trying to avoid ways of multiple people claiming multiple spots and essentially eliminating players from the tournament and such. So once you win a qualifier, take a break, get ready for the playoffs. The teams will be locked for each store after the final qualifier has been played. Moving on, next up, what are considered teams? So teams will represent each store. So each store that is signing up for this event, like I know in Houston, we've got Cytex is going to sign up, we've got Strike Zone is going to sign up, Asgard is going to sign up. Your local store in your area, they will be able to register to compete in this player teams challenge. Once they register, they will then select their 4 dates that they want to host their qualifiers. And then each team will consist of the 4 winners from those 4 qualifiers. Once they solidify the teams, they will then be able to go on and compete in the playoffs against other teams around the region, then moving through the state level, and then finally the national level. So you're kind of just working your way up to the finals, the grand finals, what they call it. Playoffs. Once the teams have been placed for each store, they will compete against other teams from stores in an elimination bracket. Now, this information here, this is directly from the Pokemon website. We still aren't 100% sure how this is going to work because each team has 4 players. But as you can see here, it's a 3 versus 3 round robin competition against another team, which to me sounds like you have three people from your team go up against three people from the other team, and then they take the first team to get 2 wins wins that round in that round robin. And then after that, the team who earns 5 or more wins will advance to the next round. We are not 100% sure how this is going to work. Hopefully, Pokemon will give us more in-depth information the closer we get to the playoffs. But it sounds pretty cool. Sounds pretty exciting. The round robin thing I think allows for teams to kind of adapt and adjust and make changes. Like so, if your first three guys didn't do too hot, switch out one of those guys for that guy from your fourth guy on your team and see if that helps out and such like that. So this will take about 10 weeks and it'll start in March 20th. And then lastly, the prizes, which everyone wants to know what are you going to get out of this? What's going to happen? So at the qualifier stage, all participants will earn Pokemon TCG online prizes, which is basically like the packs, or you get like the sleeves or the deck boxes and stuff like that. And then the winners of each qualifier receive an actual event playmat. Like if you played at League Cups, if you played at regionals, those playmats that they gave you, you're going to receive an actual playmat if you win each qualifier. And then lastly, the top 256 teams will earn additional prizing, exclusive playmats, and virtual Pokemon TCG prizes, online prizes. And of course, when you whittle your way down, the top 8 teams will earn physical stuff like that. But then at the end of the day, more prizing information will be shared later. So just kind of sum it all up, this whole tournament structure thing will take place online. You will need to register at the tournament website. And then you basically, once you lock in at your store, that's the store you're going to play at. And that's the store that you're going to compete at. And that's hopefully the store that if you win your qualifier, you can represent. So I'm going to kind of hand it over to Anthony now to kind of fill in some more information about some things, kind of fill in some holes where I left out at.
Okay. So just trying to go off of what you have said. Uh, due to this whole pandemic, I guess Pokemon realizes that these players cups and these events online just kind of aren't bringing in as many people as they thought it would. So I guess they're trying to transition to where they could bring that league challenge, league cup live experience and still give you the benefit slash experience of playing in kind of a bigger setting. Regionals, cups, everything's just kind of been at a standstill. So, I think this team challenge thing is pretty neat. And like Zav was saying, there's going to be a lot of stores that are participating. So I would try to contact your TO or someone that you're really close with in the area and try to get in and play. It's free, 100% free, so you don't lose anything from participating in it, and you have a lot to gain. You can be put on a national pedestal, depending on what team you're in. You guys could go very far. There's a lot of great players here in the Houston area, and I think Houston has definitely a potential to make it to the top if they run well and play well, depending on who they match up with. Uh, yeah, there's a lot of information that is still missing, like as far as the 3-on-3, even though there's 4 players, we don't really know what's going on there yet. But all the information we have, we've told you guys here in these slides. As more information rolls out, we'll definitely keep you all in the loop. A lot of the TOs, Steve, we have a very big community and everyone kind of puts all the information out there. So just pay attention and, just keep watching to see what happens.
So I've got a
Uh,
question for you, if you don't mind. So you mentioned that it was online. As far as decks, do you know if this is something where you can change your deck mid qualifier? Like, let's say you go to qualifier one and you don't do so hot. Can you change your deck for qualifier two? Or do you know if that's something that you're locked into your deck? That's what you're locked into for all four quarter qualifiers.
so when I look at the dashboard, it's telling me that they are still going to be doing deck checks.
Okay.
So I can assume that you cannot change mid game. Now, as far as, in between each qualifier, I think as long as you um send in your deck list, because that's one of the things that they are requiring you to do. I think you are able to switch out decks.
Okay.
Uh, if things change, then we'll obviously notify you guys. But I think it's kind of like four cups in
Right.
this one qualifier period. You can go to the first qualifier with this deck. You kind of catch the meta and what's going on. You want to change decks for the second one. So I believe that it's going to be, for the day you play that deck that you submit, but each qualifier you could play a different deck.
Right. Okay. And that's great information there.
Hmm.
Um, just to let everyone know again, like we said, this is still new information. We just want to get this video out there because we wanted to give people the basic kind of overview of what's happening. We want people to come out here. We want people to play in this. We think this is going to be a great thing, and I like the team structure kind of thing. I like that it kind of gives a sense of competition in between stores. Like like the people from Strike Zone might want to prove that they're the best guys in the Houston area, or the people from
Hmm.
Cytex want to prove that they're the best guys. Just make sure you hit up your friends and make sure everyone signs up at the store so pace possibly you can probably try to like I don't know. I don't want to give it away, give away any kind of things, but I think this is a great structure. I think this is a great deal that Pokemon's trying to put on this. And it's another way to kind of give us events. Since we're kind of in this time where we don't have events right now.
Hmm.
So, did you have any other comments you wanted to add about this? Like, did you want to try to shout out your store, see if anything like that?
Oh, man, I'm just kind of hoping that Houston itself, makes it very far. Of course, I'm gonna always go for Cytex first because that's my
Right,
local,
right.
and whoever makes it on the team, we push it pretty far. I guess we could talk about preparing for the event
Okay.
because I know everyone needs to get a Discord.
Right. That is something that we should definitely load out. Everyone needs to be able to get a Discord. Discord is going to be the way that you uh can communicate and compete in these events
Hmm.
because each store is going to be required to create a Discord, and each player for each store is going to be required to join the Discord. Once you've got your Discord created, once you've settled in on what store you're going to compete at and register for, those stores you'll need to contact whoever's in charge of the tournament for that store and have them add you to the Discord so you can be ready to go. Each store is being told from Pokemon how to handle and set up the Discord, so they will be ready to go by the time that the registration link is live and ready for everyone to sign up, and it should be ready to go before the first event. The other thing that you're going to want to do is make sure you have your decks online that you want to play. Use this
Hmm.
time to kind of grind to get ready and get your deck ready for the tournaments because this is this is essentially like if you're trying to get a meet up and get your cards ready to go to compete. So make sure you check your online account. Make sure your online account is ready to go and linked to your player's account on the website, and make sure you have all of the cards you need to play your decks. Play test with your friends. Get your friends together and start practicing. You know, this is like we were in. This is almost like we're in the competition season again. With you got your league cups happening every other week and stuff like that. And if you want to get these points and you want to get these spots and get to the playoffs, definitely start practicing on there. And you never know, your friends, and if you decide that you want to be a part of a Discord before registration starts, go ahead and hit up that store and see if they'll let you join their Discord and start practicing with the guys in that Discord already so you can the guys and gals in that Discord already so that way y'all can be prepared. Some people are probably already practicing and testing as we speak. I believe Champions Path is now legal online, and then Vivid Voltage should be legal before the first round of qualifiers. So if you haven't gotten any Vivid Voltage, it comes out tomorrow. So hit up your local stores and try to get some booster boxes, try to get some code cards and stuff like that, and start entering them online so you can get the cards ready to go and such like that. So um, yeah, that's. I think this is going to be exciting. I think this is going to be fun, and I'm excited to see which stores kind of come out on top in the Houston area. I don't have any like dark horses or anything like that. Maybe we can make another video describing the teams once we figure out who signed up where and try to decide which store might have the advantage. I haven't decided which store I'm going to sign up for yet. I'm still debating. I kind of want to see where everyone else goes to try to give myself the best advantage. Do you think you're going to play in the tournament, Anthony?
I am not. I'm
Okay.
not a good player as a lot of these guys here. Those days are done. So I'm excited just to watch and see who does well, who the four players on each team are. I could see a lot of people going a lot of different ways.
Yeah, I agree.
As far as I'm concerned, I think that you are able to register for another team outside of your state, but I don't think that anybody has done so yet here in Texas. I think everyone is trying to stay local.
So you're saying that you can register for a team outside the state.
Yes, I didn't read. Well, I was reading through it, and there was no like specifics. Like they don't look at your player ID and go, okay, well he's in Texas, so he can only stay in Texas at this location and the zip code.
Okay.
I mean, again, it is one of those things that's in the air. They haven't really told us all that information.
Right.
Uh, so
Okay. Well, definitely keep everyone keep your eyes open. Follow the Pokemon website. They're gonna update this stuff the close. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get an update the closer we get to the actual start of this to give everyone kind of like the final structure and stuff. Be prepared and make sure you guys check out that website, tournamentcenter.gg, to register. The registration opens on November 27th. Make sure you have your trainer club account and your Pokemon player ID validated on the website, and make sure you're in the Masters division so you can register. And start looking at stores you want to compete. Start talking to your friends. See if you guys can get together and try to win a store, as they, I guess, is what we can call it now.
mm,
And try to get together and like get some of your best friends together and compete and practice and try to win. I think this is gonna be a really fun thing to see what happen and kind of show up and take place. Um, and let's see if we can actually have someone in the Houston area, or someone in the local area go far, make it all the way to the end. It'd be great to kind of support and see how this all
hmm
ends up and see someone make it that far. So, um,
yep.
thank you guys for watching the video. Like I said, we're hoping that we can get some more information out to you later. Thank you to Anthony for coming on and trying to give us the TO's perspective of it, because I'm not a TO. I used to be a TO. I haven't renewed my stuff in a while, but I don't have the access to that stuff anymore. So it's nice to have him on here and kind of give us some kind of a little bit more information that he can give to kind of hopefully answer any questions, and leave questions in the comment section below. We'll try to answer them maybe in the next video or just through the comments. But um, thank you guys for coming to watch this, and good luck in your tournaments, and we'll hope to see you guys and see where you guys end up.